You know, depression is real for so many people. The important thing to remember is that you are not alone and that there is hope to get through the difficult times. We're joined now by Rumaisa Khawaja, also known as Coach Ru. She's going to tell us how she went from hopeless to hopeful and the steps that you can take to do the same this morning. And good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, CINCY.
Absolutely. And now in May of 2021, you were diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Talk to us a little bit about your journey and maybe what you learned about yourself.
Yes. You know, you think I'd never been to the doctor or to, having a medical condition. I was very healthy. I was actually going to, my mom was getting her mammogram. And I was waiting for my test results, and that's how I found out. I had, at the time, a 5-year-old little girl. So, it's when you get these results, so many emotions, hit you like a ton of bricks, and what's the first thing that you go to? You go to, now what? Like, oh my gosh. So I'm sending video messages and recordings to my daughter, telling her how much I love her, and just like thinking it's the end, right? You just think you go to fight or flight. You think it's just the end. And so it was a setback, and we had sold our home. We were planning to move to the West Coast, and we're like, okay, let's go. Yeah. Now what? Yeah.
Yeah, so, I know. I think we've all know someone who has been touched by breast cancer, so I kind of know what you're talking about, the emotions you go through. But what are you doing today that really helps you stay hopeful and positive?
Yeah, so, it's really easy when we have these setbacks to focus on, like what can happen. And then we can really flip on the up by focusing on, okay, so for me, I was very transparent about my journey and on social media. And so I would do my countdowns. Every chemo appointment, I'd be like, 14 more to go, 13 more to go. I'd wear my wigs. I'd wear my hats. I would dress up. I think I looked the best going to chemo appointments because I just wanted to feel good. And I think throughout this whole, year process, my goal was just finding ways to feel good today. How could I feel good today? It's really easy to get stuck in what can be, but really having, people around you having positive incomes, and you really take a look at what's really important to you, focusing on what you can do rather than what you can't do, right? And it's easier said than done. I'm not saying that I was like flying with, like smooth sailing all the time, but it definitely takes a toll. In July, I'm cancer free, so it was a year-long process. But with that said, the tools really helped me mentally, just the tools to find strength, to surround myself, to declutter my social media, to really take focus on what I can rather than what I can't do.
And I'm sure taking it day by day, step by step is important as well, and just focusing on being grateful for what you have. So I know that you've done that, and we are congratulating you for being a survivor. And for those at home watching today that are searching for that hopefulness, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, just remember, try not focusing on what is, but looking at the possibilities of what can be, right? Mm-hmm. So just really focusing mentally on just, what are the things that do make you happy? And it could be the littlest things of just like finding that light again, watching a funny show, going outside, surrounding yourself again. And you're going to, there's going to be tough days, honor them and feel the sadness, but also find ways to shift out of that, right? Out of those feelings.
Exactly.
I think that's really important. Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some women watching, people watching right now who you've helped already. But if you want to learn more about what you can do, where can you go for that, Coach Ru?
Sure. You can reach me on my website at Coach Rumaisa. That's Coach RUMAISA.com. Or you can find me on Instagram at Coach Rumaisa. And I'm happy to schedule a consultation, just talk and hear where you're at. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your journey with us and giving us advice. Pete?
Thank you so much.